What's up, everybody? Once again, it's your boy, Blind Seer, Sehatha, prognosticator extraordinaire, medium at large, and all-purpose oracle. Back at you again with another random readings video. And I just want to say, after the first week of doing this, I am so blown away by the response that it's gotten. You guys are so awesome. All the love and the comments and the likes on like Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I did not expect that to happen so quickly. So you guys are the coolest. And because of that, before we start, I have a couple of shout outs to give to, first of all, Dave Miller, my man Simsalabif on Instagram, who blew my Instagram up and liked a bunch of pictures, and then I threw him a free little mini rune, and he came back and liked everything I ever posted. So that is so cool. And for that, I have a card for you. I drew the Hierophant inverted. So my man Dave, you got to open yourself up a little more to the world. Or, well, no, wait, yeah, you got to open yourself up a little bit more to the world. You got something worthwhile in you that you need to be showing people that you're keeping to yourself. So don't close yourself off, man. Share yourself more with the world. That's been a huge thing I dealt with doing this. I was so nervous about putting myself out there and being on camera especially, and doing any of this. And from personal experience, I can tell you, just open yourself up, man. You'll be surprised how much people actually love you. And put yourself out there more, because you got something great. So thank you so much, my man Simsalabif, Dave Miller, for all the love on Instagram, and for Ian Dixon, who watched my video and reached out to me to let me know how much that they resonated with him. I really appreciate letting you know. That's the whole reason I do all this stuff, is I hope that it helps people. So if it means something to you and you let me know that, that means a lot to me. So for Ian, I have the Seven of Cups inverted. You're ignoring your feelings, man. You can't do that. You got to listen more to your heart, to your emotional self. It's trying to teach you the lessons that you don't see directly. Your mind can't process emotional data. That's two different levels of your energy field. So your emotions are giving you a whole different set of information that your mind isn't perceiving, and you got to pay more attention to that. It's trying to tell you something important. And I don't know, I think that's the best I can do with one card. I hope that helps, man. Thank you so much for reaching out and letting me know that my reading meant something to you. I really appreciate that. So now that we got that out of the way, thank you guys so much for all the likes and the shares and the comments and everything on all the platforms. You guys rock. Let's reshuffle, and we'll get into some random readings to start the week off. Just light little intro, and then I'll get into the astrology signs in the next day or two. I don't know if I'll do that today or not. Maybe. I don't know. This is fun. But first, we'll get through this and see how I feel. So we randomize, collapse, polarize, and divide. All the steps of creation, manifestation, spell work, quantum mechanic, quantum field theory. It's like a bubble. Oh, that reminds me, I added a video library recently, like yesterday or so, of a couple hundred hours of videos on like quantum mechanics and esoteric philosophy, semantics, linguistic programming, Sumerian mythology. I'll be adding some like Norse mythology. I'm building up, a lot of people ask me if I would teach them how I do the things that I do. And first of all, no, I'm not going to train you to compete with me. But what I will do is I will post my favorite of all the stuff that I have studied that helped me learn how to do what I do, and you can study that, and then you can do whatever you want with that information, because that doesn't necessarily me training competition, because I gotta eat. So, alright, we have the deck divided. We want whatever reading will be the most helpful for my audience and for my business and for everyone involved. We got pretty strong pull to the right, so that's what we'll do. Alright, now we get to our leaves of Yggdrasil. And our special Herkimer crystal. Shout out to Anarchy, who, by the way, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, is working on some awesome Dreamcatcher stuff that she will be launching soon, and maybe I will link some shit to that, because she is the coolest, and she has been super supportive of me this entire time, and I would love to throw some of that love back at her. Alright, dice. Our first reading will be for the number 7. If you resonate with the number 7 very strongly, this doesn't also have to be just for you. This could be for like friends, family members, anybody that you know that personally resonates with the number 7 or has the initials G, P, or Y. G, P, Y, or the number 7. This next reading is for you. We have the Chariot. Wait, yeah, the Chariot. One of my favorite cards from this deck. I love the artwork so much. So, you're on a journey. You're in the middle of either a spiritual journey or literally going somewhere else, a transition in life somewhere, between spaces. A liminal phase is the technical term for that. You're sort of in between worlds, or you're in motion. Like Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. You can know where you're at or how fast you're going, but you can't know both. The Page of Swords inverted. So you're on a journey, but it's not going anywhere new, and that's maybe sort of the problem right now. You feel like you're not getting anywhere, even though you've been trying to for so long. We have the Four of Wands. So, it's lack of commitment, I think, maybe. Not to be, insulting or anything, but it's your heart's not really in it, and you're not putting all of your soul into it. It doesn't have all of the force it needs. The 4 represents Chesed, the 4th sphere on the Tree of Life. It's like a pressure valve. See, there's a gap between the 4th and 5th spheres where the energy has to build up enough momentum to shoot across the void to make it to the next stage of manifestation, and that's where you're at right now. You've got to put more of your heart into it. You've got to put your whole being, your whole soul, be all about it. And G, P, or Y, whatever you're doing, you got to double down. This is something that's important, and you got to treat it with that kind of gravity. You got to be all in, put all of your might into it if you want to finish this journey, because it's going to take everything you got. So do not give up, do not quit. Take a breath and charge right back in, full force. Alright, let's do another one. We have 8. So 8 is H, Q, or Z. H, Q, Z, or you just resonate really strongly with the number 8. Because I like working the numerology into this too. That gives it a whole other dimension. We have the Hierophant inverted. That shows up a lot with me. I don't know if that's like my personal energy or just a thing that comes up with people that are drawn to me, but the Hierophant inverted, you have opened yourself up to the world recently. You're not holding yourself back. You're not isolating. And the Ace of Wands right now, you've opened yourself up, but you haven't really gotten much of a you haven't gotten the response you expected, and you're not really feeling as inspired by it as you maybe thought you would. And I have the Knight of Wands right now. That's kind of, it's got you feeling down about what you're doing, and you know, you put yourself out there, and you were kind of vulnerable for a minute, and then it didn't get the recognition it probably deserved, and that's kind of got you disheartened a little bit. But don't let it, because that's, I've been doing this for 8 months now, and I still only reach, a very, I do good, but not a whole lot of people. So, there's going to be periods in anything that you do where you're not getting much of a response from it. But don't let that make you quit, man. Like, stick to it. It's about consistency. Just put out the same vibe consistently with as much quality and genuine energy as you can put into it, and eventually you'll get the response that it deserves. It takes, you can't rip the skin off a snake. It has to shed on its own. So it takes the time it takes, and it'll happen when it happens. Don't quit. Don't give up. That's the important thing. Alright, we'll do another one. Seven. Didn't we already do 7? G, P, or Y? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a quick one. We'll pull a clarifier for 7, since I think somebody needs some more information. Maybe not do a whole. And wow, I just said needs more information and pulled illumination. You need to look, you need to study more on things. You need to educate yourself, inform yourself better. There's information that you need that you don't have, and you need to look for that and get boned up on something that's important in whatever you're dealing with. It's about knowing the structure of what it is you're trying to do. You have to understand the principles, the parameters of the system before you can operate it. You got to know the rules before you can play the game. So learn the rules, learn the game, and you can win. You can't play if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm just going to do a quick clarifier for that, since it came up twice. I'm going to roll again, and we'll do another 3 card for somebody else. So I want to try to include as many people in these as I can, and then we'll do a general reading at the end for everybody. So we got 2. 2 is B, K, or T, or you just resonate with the number 2. The number 2, B, K, or T. If you, a friend, a family member, somebody that you care about, or somebody in your life resonates with the number 2 in your mind or theirs, or B, K, or T, this one is about them or for you or whatever. Just hope it helps whoever it's meant for. Cards are sticking. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, but it's inverted, so you're not really seeing the fruits of your labor bloom like you were hoping. You sowed the seeds and you put in the work, and it hasn't bore fruit yet. But 4 of Swords shows that it's not ready yet. The fruit's not ripe. The seed isn't mature. The idea still needs a little fine-tuning, and it's not entirely ready to blow up. There's need to maybe a little more focus, and with the Ace of Cups. So don't let it get to you. Don't let it dishearten you. Wow, that seems to be a theme today, doesn't it? You're gonna get that reward. The Ace of Cups is like joy and happiness and emotional fulfillment, and it's just like the essence of the fulfilled emotional self, the cup that's overflowing. So, work on it a little more, whatever it is you're doing. You haven't seen the reward yet, but if you just wait, be patient. Don't get anxious about it. Don't let it get up in your head. That's good. That's perfect. Don't let it get to you in your head. Don't psych yourself out over it, because your reward is coming. You just gotta wait. Like I said, you can't rip the skin off a snake. It's gotta shed on its own. This one's running a little long, so I think we're going to go ahead and do the general reading for everybody here at the end and call it a day. I'm going to shoot the elemental sign videos soon. I'm not sure when, but I will get those posted as quickly as I can so you guys have as much time as possible to watch them. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please check me out on Facebook and Twitter, Real Blind Seer and Blind Seer Official on Instagram. My website is in the comments. I welcome donations. I do personal readings for a small fee. You can message me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or anywhere where you can contact me. I will send you a link to the places where you can find out how much all my different services cost. I'm, the all-purpose oracle for a reason. I do everything from runes to tarot, I Ching, palm reading, several different forms of astrology. I can give you more information about all of that, or you can check out my website. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in and for all the love. I cannot believe the response I've gotten. It is so incredible. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Thank you.